how's everybody doing? I know, it's been a long time. All I can say is I'm a busy man. I'm sorry, work and stuff takes precedence over a lot of this stuff that I do. But anyway, what you're looking at here is a 2011 Audi A4. Got it for a really good price. Had some issues, and I will kind of go over that here in a little bit. But what I kind of want to show you is, I don't know if it's going to show up on this video too well, but all this black stuff right into here, it's all on the roof. You can see where I've hit the pressure washer on it. That is called whiskey mold, angel's share. There's actually a technical name for it. I forget what it is. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it's got 112,000 miles. I don't think this thing has been washed since its last owner bought it, and I do know the guy. Got the interior clean. I should have took a video of that showing what it looked like before and after. This thing was rough. I mean, rough. But it's got new tires. Like I said, 112,000 miles. Rims ain't too bad. There's more of that stuff you can see on the hood where I've kind of hit and not hit. Got to do the headlights. Yeah, I wanted another car to help keep miles off of my awesome Ridgeline there. And this thing fits the bill perfectly because of where I live in these hills in the snow. It's all-wheel drive. Little 2-liter turbo, 211 horse. This ain't the first Audi I've had. I had it actually, one of these in an S4. And a Q5, Porsche Macan, which is really an Audi. And yeah, so the story is I seen the dent there. It's been parked. I drive by it every day on the way to work. And I asked the guy, I made him mention that, hey, you got a little dent in your car. He's like, yeah, it's like, oh, it don't run. And I was like, well, dude, well, what's wrong with it? I'll check it out, and if you want to sell it because you want to buy something else. So I went and looked at it. It was throwing a misfire code, cylinder 1, and he said the power steering didn't work. So let me pop the hood. So I brought my, like I said, I brought my scan tool over, and it showed a misfire on cylinder 1, which is, I'll take it off. It's right here. I figured it's a coil pack. You know, these things are known for a timing chain issue. I don't know if it was ever serviced on this thing, but that's down the road. He said he put a new alternator on it, new tires, and I don't know, oil change, some stuff like that, and it's just sat. Well, I went to look at it. This belt was off. I can't see my screen too well. And it's like, oh, fine, man. I'll just put a serpentine belt on. That's why this power steering ain't working. So, let me tell you right now, you see how much room you have in here. And you really can't do much from the bottom. It tore my arms up. Anyway, I got a belt on it. And fired it up, no misfire. Checked the belt, it popped off. Well, the tensioner pulley was bad, so I had to replace that. Next day, of course, I'm doing this out in the middle of the sun, in the afternoon, Friday. It was like, I don't know, 95 degrees. I was just dying. Go back down Saturday, messing with this thing. Took forever to get it off. There is hardly any room. It takes an M12 star, whatever the hell they call that bit. Dude, it took me forever to wiggle and get that thing off there. But got it off, got it on, got the belt on, fired right up. Went to drive it around the block. Got awful noise from the front. And I was like, dude, either I got a caliper stuck, because this thing ain't moved in probably years. Nah, wheel bearings. So I got 2 wheel bearings ordered for it. I'm gonna hope to do that this weekend and see how this thing shakes out. I mean, it sounds good, runs fine, idle's fine, radio works, AC works, CD player works, everything works on it. So, and now it's just some of the mechanicals. But I got a few spots I got to fix. Got some clear coat peeling off there. Pressure washer did not help that. This is where my hand is. This is all going to have to be buffed. And I'm hoping this will buff out of the clear coat. Not positive. But you can see spots that I have missed. I mean, I've got to get that nozzle. I ain't kidding you. That far off the paint, the glass, in order to get that shit off there. But then we got a nice sizable dent right here. I'll try to you know, pop that out best I can, fill it, get some paint it back up. But I mean, yeah, it's filthy, but it's not filthy now. This thing had, I don't know, 15 pounds of dog hair in it. So if you have a dog, get one and it doesn't shed. I'm just joking. But anyway, I just thought I'd introduce this thing. Yeah, I've got more stuff to do. I got parts sitting over there on the porch. So just thought I'd introduce this thing. I don't know how much of this I'll record, but I know that Serpentine, the belt tensioner, there's no videos out there on it. You know, I mean, I know it's not rocket science to replace it, but I thought I would just take a look. No, nothing, because it is seriously a major pain in the ass to get off that car. So, German engineering for you. But yeah, you can see the tires down there. They're actually in really good shape. Yeah, if I can get my camera there. So, anyway, I'll pause this for now, bring you back. And maybe when I get it up in the garage this weekend and take the wheel off, kind of assess the situation, I'll bring you guys back. So, stay tuned. Alright guys, this is a continuation of part 1. No, I didn't fire up the camera. I wish I had. This side, the wheel bearing, wasn't all too bad, you know. I mean, it's kind of tight. You got these M12 triple, quadruple, sextuple spline bolts. And I do have the proper bit. It's just tight in there. But those came off fairly well. The piece of crap slide puller, which I will put a link in the description. Do not buy this piece of crap. After about 6 hits, it broke. This side, I just used a small sledgehammer and beat the crap out of it, and then what was that thing? Chisel, you know, to get in behind it. And yeah, it took a bit. You know, I'm freaking wore out, but I got it. Here is the original. I don't know. You're not going to be able to hear it. This thing is so growly. This one is the passenger side. Oh, where's that freaking bolt at? Yeah, as you can see, yeah, it is quite stripped. So I had quite the dilemma. I don't know even know what time it is. I've been at this thing all day. Anyway, this is the nut you need to take off the wheel, which is a 19 mil. However, the bolt that came with these is a 17 mil. So I have it coming. I will be able to get it down off the jack stands, you know, and roll it out of the garage because I got to keep these freaking stupid coons out. But what I ended up doing is beating the living piss out of it and knocking this outer hub off. Okay, I mean, I was beating this thing. You can see where I tried to drill through, which I'll show you here in a sec. Tried to drill through, you know, and break off, you know, a section of that shoulder here, right here, which is right there, you know, so I could get it behind it, but I could not get that thing off. I mean, I beat and beat and beat and beat. Got my little hammer doohickey. I was trying everything under the sun. So anyway, I gave up on that approach. I noticed this was starting to separate, so I just started to beat the piss out of it. Got it off. And here it is, okay? I don't know if this one was good or bad, but obviously it's bad now. And that is what I ended up, once I got this outer part off, I was able to take the cutoff wheel and cut more of that around there so it wasn't loose. And then the bolt fell right out. Imagine that. So then I just started beating. I mean, I was heating, spraying PP Blaster, heating, spraying PP Blaster, you know, to try to get this thing to spin. So I was hitting the ears here to turn it sideways. What a job. What a job. So anyway, I don't think you guys wanted to see a 7-hour video, but I'll give you a rundown of what needs to be done. Those bolts are right there. Those M12 bolts. Let me get my M12s right here. This is what it looks like. Hopefully that shows up because it's kind of dark on my screen. Let me see if I can get a better view. That's what it looks like. And it is, let me see if I can even get the camera back here. Let me turn my lens around so I can see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even see these damn things. Yeah, I think there's one. And then there's some at the bottom. I think that's one right there. There's 4 total. So you got to get those out, and you have to be extremely careful because it is, you can kind of get an impact in there. Now if you have a stubby impact, which I do have down in Florida, doesn't do me a whole lot of good here. So I'm using my old Craftsman, and this bottom one down here is the one that broke, and it just stripped it. I tried pounding it in, and it just went south from there. So ain't no sense in crying over spilled milk. So anyway, that is out, new one's in. I don't even think this one was bad, but if you're going to do one side, do the other. It's probably not too far behind. As far as the brake thing here, there is a bracket back here with a 10 mil bolt that is this assembly right here. And I just held it up out of the way. I'll slide it back on. I sure the hell wish I had bought rotors and brake pads while I was at it, because there's the freaking rotors. They're pretty crap. But I didn't, because I'm a genius, right? Anyway, those will suffice for now. I will order some because I want to go. I'm not gonna put the belly pan back on it because I noticed there was some oil leaking from somewhere. So I'm gonna check all the bolts, which everything on this car is a star bolt. Most of them are star bolts, So anyway, and then you just got these 2 honking screws. Let me get one right here. These here honking screws that hold the whole caliper on. So that's fairly easy to come off, and then just tie it up out of the way. So yeah, like I said, there's 4 bolts back here. There's 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and you will have to turn this left and right in order to get a little bit better access to them. So like I said, the driver's side wasn't too bad. It actually came off fairly easy. Getting the hub off was the hardest part. The bolts actually came out pretty easy, and I was able to use the impact on the other side, but they're not that tight. I mean, they're on there at about, I don't know, 60 pounds, 60 foot-pounds. That's what the torque specs are to put it back on. So anyway, yeah, sorry I didn't bring you along, because this has kind of been an entertaining day, but needless to say, it is on. All the rest of the suspension looks good. Ugh. I mean, from what I can see, it all looks good. I mean, all the bushings are decent shape. I mean, it looks fine. So I think that I know the driver's side bearing was horribly bad, because when I took it off, you could hear it just grinding. So anyway, I thought I would bring you for that instead of showing you. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. It's not overly difficult unless you strip a head. Then it's uberly difficult to get off. But aside from that, it's really not that horrible. I've done worse. Oh God, I'm just sore. I need a lift. I definitely need a lift. But I got most of this stuff off. I was playing around, and I did shoot a little bit of clear right there. And yeah, it'll be fine. I might have to definitely do the whole trunk lid now, because I went a little bit nuts, but it's easy enough. And I'll try to blend down a little bit on the clear. The roof is going to be another story. I'm going to try my best to see if I don't have to buff it out. I mean, spray it with clear. But hey, if I do, I do. Because we've got chrome trim here. So the only spot I'm going to really have to worry about trying to blend is down here in these flanks or whatever, but I still got that dent to contend with. So that might not be too bad, because you won't notice the transition. So I'm hoping I don't have to respray this. But if I do, I've got this ledge here to down here, and I think that would be enough to hide, you know, new clear versus old clear. It worked on that Beetle that I worked on way back in the day, but it wasn't black. Black is the hardest freaking paint known to man to work on, and I am not making that up. So, got those I got to buff out. Joy, I am not kidding you. Look at that windshield wiper. Look at that. Dude, really? I mean, really? I mean, I know the guy only lived a block from work. Block and a half. Maybe 2 at the most. You know. Some things just puzzle me. Anyway, this is going to be part 1. Because I don't know how. I'm guessing that's the only problem with the front. I mean, other than that, I mean, it seemed to drive okay, but time will tell. But I will order the brakes and new rotors, and I think I'm going to paint the calipers. Well, I got to take this all crap back off. I wish I had pulled it in farther. That way I would have just left it on the jack stands and I could shut the garage door. But silly me did not. Anyway, that's it for this. I'm tired. I got to put the rotor back on. And the caliper and, you know, all that good stuff. So I will be back with a part 2 soon. So thanks for watching. Be right back.